Gorgeous, Mother repeated, smiling at me. King Hrothgar is generous and fortunate. Mostly generous, I said, looking down at the trailing hem of the dress. I twirled and the gown rose like a sail on the wind. It will be good for dancing, I said, extending my hand to Muni. She took it with a laugh, and we spun around before the ladies could protest. Wealtheow, Mother said, it is time. Remember who you are. Reaching up, she readjusted the bridal crown and said, Be sure to speak clearly, slowly, and loudly. Yes, Mother, I replied, holding my chin up and straightening my back. The ladies and I followed her solemnly to the curtained door between the rooms. The princess has arrived, she told the guard on the other side of the curtain. Blood sounded in my ears as the warrior moved away to alert the king. Moments passed, and a compelling voice rose above the music. The great hall fell silent. Loyal Danes and faithful Helmings, the king announced, today is a great day. No longer will our differences divide us, or the threat of war darken our days like summer storm. With the royal binding of Hrothgar, king of the Danes, and Wealtheow, princess of the Helmings, today, my friends and allies, our houses will be joined, and we will all be brothers. The cheering multitude grew suddenly louder as the curtain was drawn aside. I felt Mother's hand on my back as she gave me a gentle push into the room. Courage, she whispered. I entered, as in a dream. Muni had not exaggerated. Heorot truly was the greatest mead hall in the world. Its treasures of gold, silver, and bronze were envied by all and rivaled by none. Giant beams rose up to the darkness of the immense thatched roof, while richly painted pillars gleamed in the lamplight. A huge fire crackled in the centre of the room, the glow of the flames reflecting majesty everywhere. The warriors and ladies murmured approval as I made my way slowly to the centre of the great room. Firelight shimmered in the crystal pendants set in drops of silver around my neck. Twisted gold glinted from my arms and fingers. I felt gilded, like the strange statues our warriors brought back from summertime excursions. But for all my ornamentation, the hall itself blazed brighter still, burning with the glory of the Danes. On a raised dais against the wall, its finest treasure, my betrothed, waited expectantly before the golden throne. Beside him rested another smaller seat, embedded with jewels of red and blue. The Queen's chair. For an instant I saw Mother's face smiling at me, and the faces of our small Helming retinue. As expected, all others were strangers, including my husband-to-be. I first laid eyes on Hrothgar when the spring was in full flower. He had come to negotiate the bride price with my father. I was 15, of a marriageable age, and my hand appeared the natural balm for healing the conflict between our nations. Hrothgar was 40, a veteran of war, but not, it seemed, of love. His first queen had died more than 10 years ago. He had no children, no direct heirs to the throne. That, Mother said, would be for me to provide. I had always known it would be my wire to leave Helming. Muni was right. I had been preparing for this all my life, but it had seemed little more than play acting until the day I attended Hrothgar in my father's house. My cheeks burned with his gaze as I offered round the silver cup and spoke well-rehearsed words of peace. He watched me as the diplomats regaled him with my virtues, assuring him of my ability to bear children. I kept my eyes fixed on the cup, recalling how often I had heard his name spoken in fear. It required no one to convince me that the King of the Danes was the most powerful warrior in our world.